I've sketched in a little boat there actually, and I want to take a little bit of kitchen roll. I've got an old pound coin here from 1988. 1985, there you go. I was about 7 then, was I? Something like that. Yeah, something like that. There you go, 6 or 7, there you go. So I've wrapped that in tissue, pop that over there. Yeah, look at these beautiful water pots. Again, I just love how they, you know, how they fold down. It's actually quite satisfying just to do that. De-stress. So the IKEA test, I've been doing that for about a year with one of these. It stood the test of time. And my Watercolour TV, you can order these, they're exclusive to us. And you see they've got the little brush holders there. They've got handles as well. And they have a little bit at the bottom which has been added. I got them to add this, which is for cleaning your brush. See in the bottom. So you can get a single one or you can get a pack of 2 of those. Now, I'm going to use some Watercolour Magic Mask. Because what I'm going to do with this, now this is my own design of a very high quality masking fluid. It's designed not to cause any chaos to your paper, your brushes. What I'm going to do with this is use a brush. And I'm not really bothered what brush I use because it does wash off this stuff, which is actually quite cool. I've sketched this in the middle of the picture. I'm going to whiz through this pretty quickly here, folks. And I'm just going to protect this little boat here. I'm not going to do a long demo by any means, but just going to be a little quick tutorial just to get the paint flow. And if you've got a spare 10 minutes, this will be the kind of thing that you could churn out. We're going to pop this in just here. So I'm basically protecting the area of this boat. Takes it to a nice point. Now, with traditional masking fluid, this one being Magic Mask, which is very different. With traditional masking fluid, what you'd have to do is you'd have to be careful to clean your brush, but with this stuff you don't have to worry about it. Has anybody been using Magic Mask? Let me know in the comments if you have. It's beautiful stuff. I'm just going to protect the little, like a little bit of a dinghy kind of thing. I'll put a reflection of it as well. Put some little horizontal lines. There we go. So that's all nicely protected. I'm just going to mask off the little reflection of the little mask down there. Now, with traditional masking fluid, remember this one's called Magic Mask, which again is a Watercolour TV exclusive. And it's coloured, so you can see where you put it, which is obviously really important in life, is it not? But you can also actually use heat with it, which normally you wouldn't want to be using heat with a masking fluid, but with this stuff you can. So that's all nice and dry. So I used a pretty intense heat gun there. And what I want to do, I'm just going to pop the palette on the corner there. What I want to do here, I'm just going to paint a very simple little watercolour quick demo for you folks. I'm going to use a large brush. I should just quickly mention the brush, by the way. That stuff just literally peels off. If it does stick, which it hasn't, it doesn't clog your brushes up, Magic Mask. It's quite special stuff. We've added something to it to make that do that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a size 10 brush here. And I'm just going to paint a bit of a nice kind of vignette for you, just because I fancy having a bit of a dabble and something to do. Brighten up your morning. We're going to get some good colours in this thing. So I'm putting the colour completely over the top of the little boat there. That's nicely covered, as you can see. I am working flat to the table with this. I'm not worried about having a slope or anything. And I want to start off by dropping in some natural orange, beautiful natural orange. I want to go straight in and just kind of look at that, beautiful already. Don't be afraid of the colour here because it's protected, you see. We'll get a little bit of yellow light in there as well. I'm just going to drop a bit of red with the yellow to make it like a fiery orange. Get some beautiful colours coming through. Look at that, just lots of horizontal sweeps. This kind of thing can make a great little greetings card, you know, a nice little vignette kind of thing. Let's get a bit more intense orange in that middle there. Get some vibrancy coming through. Beautiful. And then I'm going to use at the top of the scene, I'm going to use some beautiful natural violet. Just give it a tap on tissue. What brush I'm using one of my Super Point brushes, Matthew Palmer Super Point Medium. Give it a tap on there, and we're going to go in and just horizontally work across. Now I'm just going to leave some spaces as they come down. I want to get plenty of that colour around the boat for obvious reasons. That'll really help it to stand up. Get a little bit of a diagonal at the top to give some variation. Bit more at the bottom, because that'll help the reflection. Now I just want to go in and just get a little bit more intense colour. So I'm just going to come back to that sort of reddy orange that I mixed earlier, just before I do anything else, and just bring in a little bit of vibrancy. Look at that, beautiful. Bit of vibrancy going in. Get a little bit of that in the water as well. A very rich, almost a stormy kind of sunset. I've got that coin wrapped in tissue because you could put the sun on it like that, just, or the moon, whatever, however you see it. If I stamp it there, look, you can see it's just loitering in the background. Got some little dots on it, which we can wash off with a brush. So that'll just go, if that happens, if your kitchen paper is textured, I want to squeeze the brush flat through my finger as well and give it a little bit of a wipe just to get some light. And bring this over the top of the sun. They're quite nice to do that. So a very subtle sunset or sunrise or something like that. Just get some lovely little bits of light coming through. I love that sun. It's just very tranquil. We're going to put some pan pipes on in the background here. A lovely tranquil kind of vibe. What I want to do here, folks, is give that another dry. What I want to do here, now it's nice and dry, is I'm just going to grab a size 6 brush and take the same violet but slightly paler on the tissue. I'll go in and just get a little bit of, just before I take off the fluid, just get some little horizontal lines coming across. This is like a quick little picture that you could do without any stress. You know, just very simple. Get a little bit of swell to the water. Keep those lines. Look at that. It's just a little bit of movement in the water. Again, I'm just going to give it a dry, but let's just talk about these bad boys again, because these are lovely little things. The perfect water pot, exclusively available on Watercolour TV. You do get different colours. You get while it's drying off, you get this like bluey turquoise, you get the green, you get the pink, you get the black. It's random what colour you get, but you can buy packs of 2 of these, and I love how they just kind of fold down to that. I think they're gorgeous little things. They're really nice, aren't they? I'm just going to give it a bit of a speed dry. Now that's nice and dry, I want to use my finger to take away the, make sure my finger's clean, take away the magic mask. Look how easy it comes off. Look at that. Beautiful. Another good property of Watercolour Magic Mask, again Watercolour TV, is it comes with a little QR code, so you get a little free video on how to use it, and also it can be left on your paper for weeks without causing any chaos. That's quite special in its own right. So what we're going to do now is put some detail in that boat then. Brush wise, using a small, one of my Super Point brushes. You can see why it's called a Super Point brush. It's called, this is the small one. And I'm going to use natural grey, basically. Natural grey is the colour of the shadows. Again, everything's available on the website, Watercolour TV. That's, you can see why it's called a super point, can't you? Because it's very pointy brush. That's natural grey. Mixed it in the palette. I'm going to go in and drop some shadows in. I'm going to darken this side of the sail here. Rotate the board to get myself to a comfortable position. Raise the table a little bit. Clean the brush, a couple of taps on tissue so it's just damp. Then water pots have like a cleaning area at the bottom, so it's a lot easier to clean your brushes. You can extend that across a little bit as well. So again, just a bit of water, just to give it a bit of a blend. So that'll give separation to the two areas. Obviously we've got the sun catching one side, so we don't want to go too dark with this. But kind of at the same time, kind of silhouetted, if you know what I mean. But we'll just put a few creases in that sail there. Bit of water, just to... This is just the kind of picture that you've just got, you know, 10 minutes to spare. You can just kind of whip your paints out and have a little dabble. We'll darken that side of the sail. I was inspired, I was watching One Piece last night, so I was inspired by ships. I didn't plan to do a demo today, just kind of thought it'd be nice just to squeeze something in. It's been a while since we've done anything like this, so this is kind of like a bit of a sort of rowing boat, kind of yacht type thing. Get that there. We want to darken the bottom of this. So what I'm doing here is just painting in the underneath where it sits on the water. Again, nice clean brush here. A couple of taps on your tissue. So you've got a clean, kind of damp brush. Give it a bit of a soften. Blend it in. Look at that, beautiful. You want to know what paper I'm working on, by the way? It's my own brand of paper. It's a watercolour block. It's a lovely cotton paper. Beautiful stuff. It's got a lovely texture to it. Really nice. What we want to do here. Let's get a few bits of detail on it. I want to make use of this brush because it's such a lovely pointed brush to work with. We're going to put a little bit of a mask going through. Like weaving around kind of thing. I want it to be very tranquil, you know. Might even just drop a little bit of a... There's always stuff on boats, isn't there? Random things. Little bowsprit. Little bits at the back. Little bits of things. We could even just drop a silhouette of a person just sat there, just thinking, how the heck am I going to get home from here? Let's put some reflections in. Looking where the reflection of the mast is. Some little shadows coming across here. Keep your lines horizontal when you do water. Dry brush, which is where you wipe it on the tissue, of course. And get a few little horizontal lines just kind of whizzing across there. And get a few little bits of dry brush just in there as well, to be fair. And then I'm going to put some rigging on. I'm going to put a few little bits of rigging on, just to give it that little bit of added detail. So look, I mean, this is really why you want a pointed brush for this kind of thing, obviously. So if you get a few bits of, because rigging always makes a picture like this work really well. And you don't have to do the whole rigging. That's the thing with something like this. You do like a suggestion of, you know what I mean? But I always think it's the bits of rigging that make these things look really nice. Try and get your brush to taper to nothing as you do it. An albatross. Bit of detail on the boat. Now obviously you could keep going forever, but I think as far as a little boat demo is concerned, that's actually really pretty, isn't it? And you know something, I don't know whether it wants any more than that. I think that's probably enough, you know, just to give it a little, it works, don't it? Got some little random incidentals on here and there. A few more bits of rigging. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's a lovely, pretty little watercolor. And these kind of things are gorgeous, aren't they? You know, I always use a little pen to sign my pictures, but you know, I love the little watercolor vignette like that. I'll pop a signature just here, just there. Would make a great little greetings card for somebody. Well, that was a quickie. Can't beat a good quickie. Very satisfying. I reckon that's it, you know. I think that's made a beautiful, very clean, very simple, but also exceptionally effective watercolor picture using some wonderful products. The great Superpoint brushes, the great colors. Natural grey is just outstanding. Natural shadow grey, get yourself some of that. The beautiful new water pot. Should anybody be interested in the new watercolor TV, it's got like this little exclusive little limited edition key ring, so add it to your order if you're picking anything up. They're beautiful little things, they really are. And thanks for watching. Beautiful demo.